Welcome. This is Twofortheculture podcast. This is our first episode, so this is going to be a fun one. I'm very excited about it.
Very, very.
All right, you want to get straight into it? My name is Justin Devante.
Damn, what do I even call myself? Because so I'm known as Ray. Ray So Silly. My name is Steven though, so I've been knowing him for a while. So y'all probably won't even hear Ray come out of his mouth.
I'll do my best.
No, I don't even want that. Yeah, so I'm Steve, but I'm known as Ray. So, but in this world, I guess I'll be known as whatever y'all want.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Hey, so Steve.
Yeah,
I could definitely do Ray, but no. But I mean,
too weird.
This is our first episode, so it's gonna take some time getting used to, getting comfortable, and getting setting. And you're in a new setting. You're in Nashville now.
Yes.
How you liking it so far?
It's definitely different. I went from Memphis to Atlanta to LA, so coming back is kind of like it's weird. It's almost like a shock factor in a way. But it's slick home, so I'm just happy to be back because the whole main reason was like, of course, my daughter Kaya and and making movies. That was like the main thing that I wanted. So like in LA, it was cool, like rubbing shoulders with everybody and with all these celebrities and just the biggest thing that you could see. But I never really saw myself trying to like audition for people.
I got you.
I always saw myself like making my own movies and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah. So just the place I'm in, I'm happy about it. It feels like it's the right move.
No, I think so. Yeah. Of course, we've been knowing each other for a decade plus, so it's definitely cool to have you here. But not only that, Nashville, you always think of country music, and it's much more than that. It's bigger than that. It's not that diverse. It's really just a black and white situation. But I mean, in terms of growth, I don't think there's many cities growing like Nashville. So I think that finding your opportunity here, you're already, even you stepping and standing on the ground, you're probably one of the biggest influencers here. I only know maybe a couple that are as big as you. So your opportunity is, sky high. So. Yeah. But nonetheless, that's where we are. We're here in Nashville. So this is going to be fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. Hopefully we get some guests and we can keep this thing going and keep this thing going.
No, we definitely can. I'm sure we can find a way to do it on like virtually or even here maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's about to be February. So let's talk about the new year. And hey, Trump is booming. Yeah. So he's not playing. First day in office, he started making executive orders. Even now, so he's putting out a lot of different executive orders. Like, with immigration, people, you see Selena Gomez crying on the internet.
What was that about?
She was just saying that she couldn't do anything, but
why was she getting like, I shouldn't be laughing at this.
It's actually kind of funny though.
I'm wondering what was funny about it. It was like she cried on camera. They're when people cry on camera, there's usually always like people who are like, oh, and then the people like, why are you crying on camera?
So because you got to press record, so you got to press record and then start crying.
Right.
So it's always awkward knowing that you said it's not like she's a Kardashian to where you catch her crying and the cameras are always rolling. You have to intentionally cry. Yeah, on purpose. And then not only that, you're a millionaire, you got plenty of money. She's like, there's nothing I can do. It's like, actually, there's a lot that you can do. You have a lot of influence. You have a lot of money that can create opportunities for others. You can set up charities, foundations to help build. So there is actually something you can do. But it's just kind of like the liberal tears.
What could you do if people are just getting like shipped out? Like what charity could you...
I mean, there's foundations, there's immigration lawyers, there's things that you can actually do and say, hey, and you have resources. Yeah. You don't think that you can't connect to politicians and try to set up something even across the border to Mexico? There is actually legitimate things you can do.
Across the border to Mexico.
Yeah.
I didn't even think.
Yeah, just keep in touch. Yeah. I mean, she's very well connected. I'm sure she knows somebody that can reach to somebody. So there are little things that you can do. But I mean, it's just it's like, all right, nobody's really gonna really feel your cause because you did that on purpose. That was orchestrated. Yeah, so everybody
it's like it's
takes
not
it
that
as
genuine.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's more fake. So that's why she deleted that saying. Yeah, because it just wasn't genuine.
Was it a post or it was like on her story?
I think it was a post. Yeah, but then again, I don't have Instagram, so I don't know. Yeah, but I just heard that she deleted it, so it had to be a post that she put up. But it could have been a story that you delete too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely been seeing that a lot, and they keep reposting her, and yeah, like anytime I click the comments, it's just like, oh my god, like why are there? And I just didn't fully understand like why people were kind of like going after her. She don't really got like a good rep, does she? Like in terms of like connecting with people, or am I just tripping?
I think she has a good reputation. I've never heard of her people thinking that she was like an evil person. Like, Taylor Swift gets clowned a lot for being fake. Selena Gomez, even though she is in that similar circles, I don't think she gets that same ungenuineness. Yeah, and she got killed for a long time being with Justin Bieber. But even though that wasn't translated as people think she was fake, it was just Justin Bieber had a major audience and major, a lot of little girls loving him, so she just got it because yeah. So that was probably the literally only thing, but I can't think of anything else that's
kind of fucked up. No, like I don't really hear that about Hailey.
Well, I mean, but they were so young. I mean, keep in mind Justin Bieber wasn't as big as it was then. And then they were so young, so he had a lot more younger girls after that was legitimately in love with him. Yeah. But now I'm sure he still has that, garners that, but shit, he's like what, maybe 30, 28. Yeah. So you don't get that same thing that you did when you first was booming. Because now, with the whole Diddy stuff that's coming out, he's getting some of that. Like, was he groomed? Did they do something to him to where he was touched? So he's getting a lot of more sympathetic ears because you can see in like the Diddy videos to where he's uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't fully remember him, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. But there's times where Diddy would be like, why you don't talk to me no more? And then he's like, I don't have your number. Yeah. To where it's like, dude, I don't really mess with you like that. Yeah, so that's the most of what probably Selena Gomez got, but this one was just like, dude, you don't have to do any of that. But since she is Mexican, I'm sure she got DMs or people telling her you need to speak out on this.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because that's typically how it goes, right? If somebody is of the same demographic as you and you got a big platform,
like why are you not saying
saying anything? Yeah. Even though it's like it's immigration, they're coming over here illegally. So them getting caught up in something that's like, you can get mad at somebody from, you could say free my homeboy for robbing a bank, but if he robbed a bank, he got caught. You can be mad about it, but at the same time, it's illegal activity. Right, so if people can go over here and make it and make their own way, it's great for them. But also, if you get caught, I'm not going to be the one to cry out for you. Definitely when there's so many black causes. Even like my dad growing up, he got caught up in things. It was, he participated in illegal activity. So it's like nobody was going to feel bad for me.
Right.
Raised without a father.
You chose
yeah, exactly.
to make that decision. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why
you're choosing your consequence as well, in a way.
Exactly. So, I mean, of course, you want to have a warm heart to kids that are crying when, a parent or they're getting separated from the child. But at the same time, this is just kind of how it goes. And
that does fuck me up a little bit, though. When I see that, they going in right now.
Oh, they ain't playing.
They're showing up.
Yeah,
they're knocking on your door.
Yeah, they're not.
Or not knocking it down. One or the other.
Yeah. They're not playing. They're making that an absolute priority.
That is definitely happening. So the splitting families, that does kind of like damn. I do get what you're saying as well, though. Like but I don't know. It's kind of a different way of thinking about it. Two ways of thinking about it. Like who knows? Maybe they were fleeing from something that was bad to come here.
Of course.
And then now, like, it's even more fucked up because now, like, they got kids and now they're like separated from
absolutely
this and all that. So it's I feel like it's a complex way of Like thinking about the entire situation.
Yeah, no, I think that's 100%. I mean, you feel bad for those situations, but there's better ways to. That also is like, okay, can we hold the government that which they came from accountable too? Of you know what I mean? There's also things that we can complain about that are bigger pictures as well. To like how they came up in a bad environment, and because I mean, at the same time, if everybody's escaping different countries like Colombia or Haiti, if that can overwhelm anybody's system.
You're right.
And they're not going to put them in the rich towns. They're not going to put them in Beverly Hills. They're going to put them where a lot of Section 8, there's a lot of low class where they can't say anything about it because they're getting money from the government. And that's exactly what they was doing. They was putting them in Chicago's. That was overwhelming schools. Like preachers and principals like, hey, you can't, there's nothing we can do. They're literally overwhelming our system. So it's not like they're going to put them anywhere in a pleasant place anyway. So, the black community is going to feel those effects.
Oh, right.
So that's just something else to think about. But I do understand that you go into places where you're escaping, like, impressive governments or things like that. Because it just reminds me of an article I was reading, it was a while ago, of a lady who was at the grocery store and she got caught stealing 2 eggs. Yeah. And then the police was called, and then the police comes up to her. So what she was doing, she was stealing eggs, but the police recognized that she's just stealing 2 eggs. She's just trying to feed her kids.
All right.
Yeah. So he actually bought her groceries. Yeah, instead of arresting her. Yeah. And I was like, that's heartwarming. That's understanding. So I want to be in a place of understanding, but when you overwhelm the system, he couldn't buy groceries for everybody who is stealing. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah. So that's just kind of my thoughts on it. But
so how would you feel if she stole 1 egg, but then she went to jail for like a year?
I mean, punishment's gotta fit the crime. You know what I mean? Yeah. If she's still an egg, it's like, I'm gonna chop her hand off. It's like, all right, bro, what we doing? Yeah. So punishment's got to fit the crime. Yeah. But if they like, hey, you stealing, so hey, you put an hour towards community service. Yeah, picking up trash or something like that. Is more respectful. But if you're like Malaysian governments, they don't play. Is it Singapore? Like in Singapore, if you get caught with trafficking drugs, it's death by hanging in Singapore.
Shit.
Yes.
By hanging? That's drastic.
Yeah, exactly. So that is a way above the punishment not fitting the crime. But situations like that is like, all right, let's try to at least help the community if you get caught stealing. Yeah, or something like that. And that's what's fair. I think it's something similar to what's fair, but Trump is doing way more than immigration. In his first week in office, I've never seen, I didn't even know.
No, he done signed hella shit.
Yeah, I mean, I need to read up on it, so it's not like I have all the information, but even...
It's Gulf of America now?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Them man stamped that.
I don't feel the way about
make
any
the
of that.
World America.
Yeah. But even now, he did something in terms of, like, now he paused funding from the federal government.
Right. I did hear about that.
So something like that. I didn't even know he had that type of power.
And I'm not sure if this is true or not, but like, when people claim on their taxes their kids and stuff. Like,
that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah. You talking about like if a man pays child support, he can write it off on his taxes?
Something like the family doesn't get money if they write their child off, or like they.
So you talking about they don't get like a refund? Like,
right.
I have to look into that, but I don't think that.
Somebody told me that.
Okay, yeah. But I know the guy put a post on TikTok or something, and he was like, Trump is going to, if you pay child support, you can write it off on your taxes. And when I even heard that, like, that doesn't even sound true. But that's like saying, hey, your child is an expense.
Yeah,
exactly. So that didn't sound right to me. But everybody was running with that. It's like, I definitely messed with Trump. Like, Trump ain't messing with y'all niggas like that. Yeah, what you think he is? Yeah. Nah, but hey, it's a lot of things, and it's soon to come. So we'll hopefully get more information, and we can update the people.
It seems like every day he's signing something else I can't even keep track for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah. So I didn't even think that he had a lot of stuff on his mind, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He like, bro, I'm draining it all on writing ink. So, hey, you know, even from pardoning the January 6ers.
The what?
The January 6th.
Oh yeah. The 6 January 6ers.
Even from there.
No,
that's the one thing I just adamantly disagree with.
He pardoned a bunch of people.
Yeah. But I mean, shoot, Biden pardoned his own family. So he preemptively pardoned, so they didn't even get arrested for anything, and he pardoned them. It's like, and he used it as an excuse of, he'll take revenge. So it's like, okay, but you also didn't pardon Alvin Bragg, who was he was some type of politician or maybe district attorney type of lawyer, to where he went after Trump while he was not in office, while Biden was in office, to try to give him on some legalities and stuff like that. You didn't preemptive pardon him for retribution and revenge. So it's like, what are you really saying? And he pardoned Fauci. I was like, damn.
Yeah. What
did Fauci do wrong to where you feel like you need to pardon? And he used that same excuse he used for his family. So I was like, all right, we just all corrupt everywhere. Yeah, and it just kind of is what it is.
I would never understand how much is going on behind the scenes.
It's very disappointing to see, like, right in front of you. Like, now they used to hide stuff like that. Now they just don't care. But no,
and social media is a thing as well. So like any information drops,
that comes out.
And information that's not true as well.
Yeah, true. So you got to take, what you got to actually research what's going on and just stop reading headlines. And hopefully we can do that, because I'm sure there's some stuff we're going to miss out on or get misinformation.
Like I said, I thought something about the kids and the taxes and shit. I don't know if that's true or not, but like I pretty much heard like a lot of things. That's why I say I can't even really keep up for real. It's just so much information just spewing out.
Absolutely. I agree with you. But with Nashville, do you think this is a place you can call home for real? Nah.
I don't know. I don't.
So what did you love about LA? Because when I was there, it's like, it's cool, but I see a lot of opportunities here. But I'm biased because I'm born and raised here in Nashville.
I mean, Memphis ain't that far away. I mean, it feels like where I came from, or a part of that. You know, like I went to MTSU, like up there. I used to travel here to Vanderbilt because I had a homie there. So it's familiar territory. It's just like I had to get out of my head that life is kind of like what you make it. So
I got you.
But in terms of home, I don't know. I could see myself having a spot here, but like I just loved the way LA kind of felt. Like, and I don't even know if LA is home for real. But randomly enough, I'm thinking about Dallas a lot. I don't know why. I haven't been there, but I just feel like that could be like sort of my vibe in a way. I know a couple people from there, but it seems like it's like Atlanta's older cousin. It kind of like got that shit together a little bit. Yeah, like less young niggas, or like less. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but like I feel like somewhere I could call home is kind of like peaceful and a nice percentage of black people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it. Yeah, because I mean, here it's not now it's overwhelmingly going to be more and more white. Yeah. Because a lot of people, I mean, we just embrace the country music side of things. And people don't realize that Nashville is actually a Democratic city. Yeah. So when I'm talking to people and they're from the Midwest, they just know that this is like Trump City, but that's not the case. So they're actually surprised, like, oh, this is more liberal than I thought it was. Like, yeah, we're just in a red state, which I do like the balance of, like being in a blue city, but it's you get a good balance of the best of both worlds, I feel like. Yeah. That's just me.
Does it feel like there are a lot of black people here?
You just gotta know where you're at. Yeah, you gotta know where to look. So for me, yes, because even now, the public schools here are majority black. Public schools. Yeah, so you maybe, I don't know what the Hillsborough high school demographic is, but maybe that may have a lot more, that's going to have a lot more white people because that's West Nashville.
Yeah.
But in terms of where I went to Whites Creek, Pearl-Cone, Maplewood, Hunters Lane, all those things like that, Stratford, they're majority black.
How many goddamn schools you went to?
No, I didn't go to those.
Oh, I'm like, damn. That's
I'm just saying the schools around the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could just keep on naming schools, but nonetheless, those are majority black. Yeah, but I did go to a lot of high schools, but those are only one I just named. But so Super Bowl's coming up. That's a big thing. I know you know nothing much about football, so that would be just a me conversation. I think. Do you even know who's playing?
Some white dude.
No, Eagles and Chiefs.
But yeah, fun fact, guys. I don't be watching sports like that.
Yeah,
I don't. I love basketball. I just don't watch it for some reason, unless I guess it's like the finals or something like that, or somebody is just coming up and they got like amazing handles, and then I tuned it in. But yeah, I don't really know too much. So usually, like when we had these conversations, I'll like say some crazy shit like, "Oh, so is Michael Jordan still like
Yeah, he's still in there.
He's still in there, right?
Tom Brady's still good, right?
Right, he's still in there, right?
Yeah, nah.
Like, no, nigga.
Yeah, so,
but no, I know the Chiefs.
Yep.
All right, and then the Seahawks.
No, I even just said the team Eagles.
Yeah,
the Eagles. Yeah, Birds. Yeah.
The Birds.
No, so the Chiefs and Eagles are playing.
Yeah, that's Ken's favorite. I thought Ken's favorite was Seahawks, but okay, maybe it's
probably
Eagles.
I would doubt he would be Seahawks because Seahawks been good at sometimes, but not enough to be a favorite. Definitely from Memphis. Yeah. That makes more sense. But no, yeah. So the Seahawks, look at me. The Eagles and the Chiefs. Eagles have Jalen Hurts, which is a good quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, he's going. If he stays healthy, he's going to be known as probably the greatest of all time.
For real?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, he's going on his third championship. So this is his. If he wins this, it'll be his third straight Super Bowl win, and that's never been done in history.
For real?
No. Exactly. So yeah, and he's maybe 30 or under 30, just under 30. So he has.
Oh, so he's a long career.
Yeah. So I think Tom Brady retired at maybe 42 or 44 or something like that. So if he was going on Tom Brady's trajectory, which is very tough to do, he'll be, he has 14, 15 more years of this.
Yeah. How many rings does Tom Brady have?
6 or 7. I can't remember. Yeah. So I think he may have 7, but I'm not 100% sure. But Patrick Mahomes has 3. Already.
I heard that the MVP of the Chiefs game was the what's them niggas called? Damn.
MVP of the Chiefs game.
Yeah, the MVP of the Chiefs game was the damn. Why am I losing my head?
I mean,
no, the
referee.
The referee.
Oh, okay. No, that's kind of bogus. That's just people reaching. Yeah, if you watch the game, even when you watching the game, he's like, who you going for? I was like, I'm going for the Bills because I'm just Chief fatigue. And then he's like, they don't look like they're better than them. Yeah. And I was like, they ain't. So yeah, so that's just the better team really just won.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could really break it down by what I saw in my game analysis, but it could be very boring to do that. But I guess the whole synopsis of it is that the Bills, they were kept on. Josh Allen was quarterback sneaking, which means that he'll say hut and then they'll just kind of bull rush the line to get the yards. So he was doing a lot of quarterback sneaking, and he did it 5 times. It worked twice, and the one of the times he fumbled the ball. So it's like y'all got to be a lot more creative. And I blame the coaching. I was like, be more creative in this. They're finding ways to figure out what you guys are doing, and you're still trying to quarterback sneak it. And so that gave them better yards. That they gave him better side of the football, so it was easier for the Chiefs to score. And not only that, it was like non-creation. So it's already hard to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Uh-huh.
So you're putting a lot more on yourself when you give them easier ways to score because they don't have many yards to go down the field with.
Did you see the other game?
I was coming back from DC.
Oh, okay.
So I saw moments of it, but it just looked like the Eagles' defensive line was just crushing them. They was turning over the ball. The Commanders, nobody thought they would be there anyway. Mm-hmm. The Commanders look great. They got a rookie quarterback. And typically, if young quarterbacks who make it as far as Jaden Daniels did, it's because they have a great complementary cast in the defense and who they have. The Commanders, they're not known for that defense. Their defense is just below average. Mm-hmm. So it's literally, and then also without minus Jaden Daniels running the ball, their rushing attack was terrible. Yeah, very bad. So they had no business being where they were.
Oh wait, no, they killed them, right?
Oh yeah. But it wasn't what Jaden Daniels doing. That was just more so that he didn't have a strong supporting cast in the show. And they already played the Eagles twice and lost. And it's because Eagles have a guy named Saquon Barkley, mm-hmm. who's at this point regarded as the best running back in the league. Mm. And he came over. That's a whole nother story. But nonetheless, he's running all over them, and there's nothing they can do about it. He's just that great. Mm. So it was just better team won on both sides. You just hope that they can do what they did against the Commanders, Eagles, but Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. So this will be his third straight. I think he maybe 5 or 6. He been to maybe 5 Super Bowls in 6 years or something like that.
For real?
That insane. Yeah.
Oh, so this is just this will be the third one that if they win.
This will be the third straight one. He's won 3 already. But so he lost. The only Super Bowl he lost was to Tom Brady.
So he has 3 rings.
He has already. 3 rings already. He went to the Super Bowl. So it may be 4 Super Bowls this will be the 5th one. 5th Super Bowl in 6 years because he didn't go. Joe Burrow, the Bengals, went to the Super Bowl. They beat him in the AFC Championship. So he's experienced. They're goated. They're probably most likely going to win. You just hope that they don't. Mm. Yeah, and they're already kind of crowning the Chiefs already. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
I did see a post. I saw a post, and it was this dude. He was just like, "I just want to congratulate the Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl."
yeah.
Because we already know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And there's just no denying it. People want to give it to the Chiefs. They're cheating, but I mean, I was listening to Shannon Sharp podcast, and he's like, if it was all about cheating and wanting to see a team win, the Dallas Cowboys are the richest franchise in history. They're the most popular franchise. Why are they not making it to the Super Bowl, if that's the case? If it's all about viewership and numbers, then they should be going against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but that's not what's happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he presented a great point. With that, it's just better team won, and they want to try to give it up to the refs, but the refs didn't have that much of an outcome for at least that game, and majority of it is going to be that case. He's just that good. Right. But I mean, we can move past football. Well, and staying on the Super Bowl halftime. So Kendrick Lamar announced that SZA will be performing with him, which I kind of figured. Yeah. Just because who else is he collab with that's just as a big name?
Yeah. In terms of that, I don't really. I mean, I guess it's like here and there, but it's usually like other people's songs. But that's cohesive to his music. Mm-hmm. Definitely SZA.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes so much sense because she
got bangers. She got number one.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she got number ones.
She's great. I mean, her performed at Usher's Super Bowl.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, and she's way bigger than her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense. So with that, I mean, we can talk about Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and Drake suing, UMG if that's important, but I think when there's more details, we can really discuss it. But are you excited to see the Super Bowl halftime?
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what he does. I'm pretty sure, every time I've seen him, I've never went to one of his concerts, so I'll say that. But I've only heard amazing things about his concerts. So, I'm pretty sure he's really gonna show out. And I just wonder if he's going to say anything on the Not Like Us record, or is it just gonna be like an instrumental?
Yeah. I mean, it would be weird saying, "Say Drake, I heard you like I'm young."
I don't think he'll like go into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe like the instrumental plays, or
I'm sure what is that? Be quiet or whatever.
Yeah. I see that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that may
maybe
happen,
that
and then
part,
drop, and then because
it switches.
Yeah, exactly. And then he like squabble up, and just hit that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it'll be exciting. I don't care either way. But of course Drake is gonna, he's gonna be crying in his room. Just watch it.
I thought he's performing somewhere bigger, like at the World some like soccer game. I don't know what. I mean,
maybe.
Yeah,
but he had the opportunity. He said. Or somebody said that Drake will be. He turned down the Super Bowl like 2 to 4 times or something like that. Damn. So he had his own opportunity, and he'll bounce back. He's recovered. He's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah.
It's just that he can't put out music because he's suing his record label, and they're not letting him drop anything. But that's a part of giving somebody control.
No, right.
Yeah, when you're not the hot one, eventually everybody got to, eventually, Drake's flame was going to be dimmed a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just impossible.
Yeah, with anybody. Ever.
Exactly. Your flame is going to just be, but nonetheless, he's still popular. He's still strong. He still makes a lot of great music. It's just that, unfortunately, it's not his time, and he doesn't want to give up the crown. But shit, when somebody comes and takes it, and then you see your record label on top of that, you're kind of stuck in a rock and hard place.
Yeah, especially the perception of it. Well, whose albums do you like better? Between him and Kendrick and Cole?
That's the only reason why I say that's probably not fair is because Drake's album, it was put out, like last year. Or
no, I'm saying overall, like their albums.
So 2014 Forest Hill Drive is one of my top 5 albums that I can listen and play. But in terms of overall music and albums created, Drake has more catalogs. So if I'm stuck on the island, I'm choosing Drake's discography over anybody else. Because he has so much music, he has so much variety, and you can kind of live off a lot of that. Yeah, absolutely. Between 21 and Drake's, I love 21 Drake collab.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm
some people
always
don't really like it for some reason,
and that's to each his own. But I mean, how could you not? Yeah, you got singing Drake, rapping Drake, all his different accents, stuff like that. So he has so much collaborations. I'll be a fool not to pick him. I'll be miserable. I'll just try to listen to all Kendrick Lamar or all J. Cole.
I think I would listen to Drake more, but I feel like Kendrick's albums are sonically better.
I mean, and that's fair to say, but Drake, I mean, I think that Drake's albums, it's just so many. So
I can keep Drake's on repeat though, forever.
Yeah.
But in terms of artistry, I don't know.
Yeah.
Baby, when I get you. I don't know about it. Drake can't do that. J. Cole can't do that either. I'm just saying, the artist. I feel like Drake is an amazing entertainer. Or in his music, the difference I think between most of them, or between all of them, when it comes to Drake is right here and now music. This is exactly how I feel right now. He really don't need too much, bro. He just need a couple hi-hats and a snare to just keep popping, and he just do a certain melody over it, and I can keep that bitch on repeat.
Yeah.
Kendrick shit sound like a movie though.
Yeah, it's very much theatrical.
Yeah,
and all those take time to make. But a lot of people didn't like Worldwide Steppers.
It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, but I love Worldwide Steppers.
Oh,
Yeah. But now that I went back and listened to Damn, Damn is a harder listen to me personally.
A harder listen? Oh, now?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like
after the Steppers?
I still go back and listen to World by Steppers. Damn, I don't really care for.
I've listened to it less, but I definitely went back and listened to Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City, and that shit is
Good Kid, Mad City still slaps. To Pimp a Butterfly, I still haven't really.
Wow.
That's one of them ones that's overhyped to me.
What's wrong, nigga?
Yeah. It's that's hilarious. Yeah. Maybe we should add that to it. Whatever
What's wrong, nigga?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I thought you was keeping it gangster.
Yeah, no, like maybe I'm missing something, and I need to actually listen to it sonically. But I don't really have a time to listen to all that stuff. Yeah, go back to listen to music. But from what I remember of it, I didn't love it. But then 2014 Forest Hill Drives, and I'm such a J. Cole stan in that way.
That's funny. Like that wasn't like one of my favorites from him. Yeah,
but it's unfair because I grew up like in a time to where it was when I was in high school going to college, and I definitely had a lot of insecurities, and J. Cole was speaking on things like, bro, you live my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when he's talking about the first time how he sex, and he was having nervous and how he's lied on his dick, like all that stuff was like, bro, like I feel that. Yeah. So it's
I was lying on my dick too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the greatest.
You too funny. Like no, like just saying like, yeah, I had sex before. No one else stunting. Yeah. That not saying, hey, I had sex with her in particular.
Yeah.
But so
J. Cole was my favorite at first.
No, so I can still, even though of course I was disappointed in him like on the battle, and I definitely killed him for that, but. He still, if I'm, I still feel if he put out an album today, I'll still bump it. Yeah.
No,
even though I would say that what you did was a counter layout. I loved My Delete Later. It was phenomenal, and I told him I spoke publicly and say he does not have to respond. Kendrick did not, he did not say anything harsh words to you. Didn't need to respond, and then he took it back. So that's kind of on him for that. But speaking of SZA, I know you saw the SZA Issa Rae Hot Ones with Keke Palmer.
I saw like clips of it.
Oh, okay. It was a fun interview. Like they were. It felt genuine. Them. There wasn't being fake. For the video or whatever. And so they were actually genuinely being themselves, and it was actually cool. But something
Keke too funny.
I think they all were like even like so at one point the last I guess scene or whatever Keke Palmer was drinking water and she had to hold it in her mouth and they had to make them laugh. Did you see that part?
Keep going.
Yeah, so either Issa Rae and SZA had to make Keke Palmer laugh. If they didn't, then they would have to eat like the hottest wing and do the last dab of the hot wings. If they made her laugh and she spit out the water, she would have to do the last dab. And so SZA goes, do you think Leonardo DiCaprio have a small dick?
Yeah.
And she just started busting out laughing. Like I was like, all right, bro, that's actually super funny.
Yeah.
But one of the things Issa Rae mentioned, and I just thought was interesting, and we hear a different type of sense on this all the time. But it's a good discussion, is she said that she couldn't date a man with a child. Just for ego purposes. Like she couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of bring that question to the platform and see how you felt about, could you date a woman with a child?
With a child? Yeah. No, I could. I never, so I have a child, and, it's my little girl, and I do realize like whatever relationship that I get into, they're gonna have to meet her mom or whatever, and that's gonna be just a part of moving forward with anybody. So it's usually like a them thing. Like I can facilitate it and all that, but like I don't necessarily feel it because I ain't got no bad blood with the mother of my child or whatever. So I don't really think too much about it. I just think positive and like, this will go and all that. But when I flip it in my head, and I'm like, which it might happen, just God is God. So, if I were to flip it in my head and like I got to go up to a house and I got to meet like the father or somebody, and then and then like they're coming to my house or whatever. Now I got to have like this some type of relationship or some type of I don't know some type of acquaintance like with this person.
Right.
And,
absolutely.
I never really thought about that side of it, like the man side of it. So that's kind of, I would just hope it's a good guy. But, yeah, I just realized like, oh, okay, that can be a little weird, so I can respect somebody for saying that. But I mean, you still might lose out on your husband though.
Yeah. So you have a daughter, which is kind of, I already know the answer to the question that I'm about to ask, but I'll flip it and say, if you had a son instead of a daughter, how would you feel about authorizing the quote unquote stepfather or the boyfriend to your baby mama, given, authority to discipline your child? Do you think, like, I mean, because so take it. I mean, you were in LA. Your child's here in Tennessee,
right?
And if your baby mother was having a strong connection with her boyfriend, which I'm naturally assuming, and they were leading to marriage, and so he's going to need that father role or that father figure in his life, and if you was to move back in LA, then it'll be hard to present yourself in moments of need. So he will likely step in that role. But as a boy, even definitely a black boy, there's discipline and structure that child needs.
Right.
So how would you feel if it was like, I'm thinking about allowing so and so to discipline. Did I say her name?
To whoop.
Yeah,
bleep it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can do that. Okay. I mean, first of all, like with a son, I would feel naturally like a little, I don't know, it's still my kid. I don't know. Because there's no way I know what's going on. There's no way I know like how a person did, because they ain't gonna do it in front of me.
Of course, because that's your role.
There's two totally different types of this guy that I know.
Right.
So like that's gonna fuck with me. So, and especially for my daughter. Oh my God.
But your daughter's also a sweetheart.
She is a kid that fucks up sometimes. I
mean, I'm sure, but it's just harder for a man to even whip their child. I mean, their daughter.
Depending on what type of nigga.
I mean, that's hard to do. To whip not child.
Yeah.
Whip a daughter or a girl.
Yeah.
So I would necessarily think the mom would take over that role.
Right. Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's why I put a boy into
I get what you're saying.
To where a boy listens to a man a lot easier.
Right.
Yeah. Then he will listen to the mother, and that's just how it goes.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
That is something that I would have to meditate on. Yeah, I never really thought about. I mean, I did here and there, but it just never like came to that. So I just always knew I would deal with it whenever it came. But I don't even see myself doing that. Like if I'm with a woman and she got a son and this nigga bad as hell, I might have to break up with her ass.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not finna like. I don't know. I'm kind of like in and out because like what if the dad is like not good at being a dad and I'm better and like I love this woman so much and that like I love this boy so much that I do want to raise him to be a good man or whatever. I just haven't stepped into that realm, but I would feel weird trying to discipline somebody else's child, but I haven't stepped into that. What about you?
You tossed it over me, and I have a little bit more experience in that role because the lady that I'm dating does have a child. So I have a little bit of different perspective on it. Is that I think one, it's hard to tolerate disrespect.
Facts.
Yeah, so if a child is disrespecting me, it's hard for me to like not say anything.
Right.
Or do anything about it because I came from a very disciplined household.
Right.
Like my mom, you know, we all had single mother, 3 of us. So she couldn't afford for us to take time out of her day from work because we were not behaving in school. So we got, well, I didn't get whooped much, but my other siblings got whooped a lot.
Right.
Yeah, so I come from that structure of like, what happened? You have to miss work because he did what? You know, it's like that's like not even non-negotiable. You're going to be disciplined in some type of format. So for me to see it, it's just hard.
Yeah, but that's her kids though, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you care. It's not like I don't. If it's not like you don't give a f. You know what I mean? Definitely, if we're trying to build towards marriage.
Yeah.
Like you seeing a issue, and then you're like, okay, I recognize this is a problem. So I just gotta ignore it. Yeah.
No.
So that's one of the situations that's very hard for me to overcome, just because we were raised differently, and I don't want to say it was a strict no tolerance policy, but there was things that was like non-negotiable. My mom could not literally afford for her to take off work for behavioral issues. Now, did she have to from time to time? I'm sure. Not on my end, but. Yeah, you have other siblings that just going to act up naturally.
But but still though, like they're still like your people though. I'm saying like, maybe this is just like hypothetical. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Like you're dating somebody who just happens to have a child, and
I can always keep it 100. So
yeah,
you don't even have to do all that.
So all right, so. Are you all right? So this the little boy disrespects you, like
yes.
you finna.
Are you finna check him?
Are you finna beat his ass?
Beat his ass is like no. Well, no, I'm not gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, just slightly tap him hard.
Okay,
a couple times.
Okay,
like what do you?
I'll give you an example.
That's somebody else's kid though. I'm saying like, so what is your initial reaction? I get that how you grew up. That's not what I'm coming from.
Be very stern and like I don't play that.
Right.
Yeah, so we're not going to play that game. There's no tolerance, there's no disrespect, and be very stern, which I've had to do, which he opened up and understood. Yeah, but
I ain't saying that. That's understood. I can do that.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Have I whooped him? No. If that's your question.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying, is that not like a little weird to like if it was your kid, you would have just like went a little more disciplined or a little more strict. But since it is somebody else's child,
I got you. So for it, and I can better explain this situation. So for my nephew is very young. He was being very. This is over Thanksgiving, so a couple months ago. He was being very disrespectful. His mom spoils him. My sister spoils him a lot. He's very adorable, very very handsome child. Yeah. So it's easy for him to be loved on. But he doesn't get punished like the other siblings did.
Right.
So he had the nerve to be disrespectful, and so he's a child, like very young. So I don't tolerate that, and as an uncle, I'll play with y'all and I'll love y'all, but there's you're not going to say disrespectful words and kick me.
Right.
Yeah. So what I did was I picked him up, took him downstairs, and I spanked him once. And then he cried, obviously. And then he did not get the memo. Yeah, he got into his mom's arms, was crying, and he did it again.
Threw him through the wall like the Kool-Aid man?
No. So I'm like, so it's a game? Picked him up. And now he's like, then when I picked him up, he knew he's getting punished again. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't want to do this, but nonetheless, there's a respect level here. And right. I just don't tolerate that. So now we could know that, hey, there's a line of who your elder is, who wants the best for you. And so where there's going to be respect there. So I popped him again in the butt. Now we clear. We good? Yep. And then so my girlfriend, she's there. She's like, what if he doesn't like you? And it's like, I was like, one, oh well. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So I was like, one, I'd rather be respected and not liked than disrespected and liked.
Right.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I want the best for all my nephews. I want the best for your child. So there's steps that need to take because your child is going to grow up. So if he's growing up being disrespectful to everybody and undisciplined, definitely for a black boy, that is a situation for disaster.
Yeah.
If you have no respect for authority as a black kid, it's going to be 3 times as tougher on you. Yeah, so there's a level of authority that you have to respect for authority to make it easier. And so you can play that game if you want to, but you're playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're not definitely if he's going to be a bigger kid, and they're going to. Society's already scared of black people, especially black men already. Yeah, so if you looking like a threat and you're acting like a threat, it's going to be a tough time. So I'd rather set the expectations here of where respect is always, you respect the other person unless they disrespect you. You have structure, you have discipline, you know when to turn up and when to turn down. And so you can actually maneuver in America properly.
Yeah.
I don't even remember your question.
Me either. But that was a great answer regardless.
Yeah, so for me,
I was just asking like what would be the difference or what is the difference if that's your nephew.
Yeah.
But like you're with your woman. So I think maybe you did answer it.
No,
it was simply how you act. I understand that and the sternness and all that. I agree with that. I was just saying personally for me, there is some type of difference of like this ain't my kid and I can't go too ham on you, or if I do, it's just like weird. Like it's a little bit of a weird vibe.
I got you
because you got another daddy.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So for me, I grew up different into terms to where we raise community. So you get community discipline. You don't just get whipping by your mom. You get whipping by your best friend's dad if you're acting up. You get talked to by your best friend's dad. They discipline you as well. If we wasn't far from removed, they just took out paddlings in high school.
I got paddling in high school.
I mean, not paddling in high school, in elementary and middle school.
No, I said high school. Yeah. My mama definitely showed up. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
she turned up. Yeah, she turned up or something like that.
Yeah, she came up to school. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How are they even able to do that? My mama showed up instantly. Yeah. That's wild. So I guess that's the same.
So it's more community discipline. If you act up around adults, period, you can be liable to get whipped by anybody. Yeah. So that's one of the situations. That's why you always just respect your elders. Point blank, period.
Yeah, I guess the main thing I'm thinking about is just like my child being hit by somebody else. There's just some part of that not necessarily the community, not like her mother, the brother, the this, the that, my people, my uncle, not that, but like the nigga that she with, disciplining my daughter, like whatever, like that shit would, it'll do a little something to me.
Yeah, I think I understand that, and I think that's reasonable to feel away. But if
she can't be bad, though,
I mean, but it depending on what's happening at school is like, hey, she's been completely out of control. She is. What if he had a kid? She's beating up on my child. She's not listening to his mother. So hey, I may have to step in and punish her swiftly because you're going to take a flight all the way to LA to Nashville and handle things?
Well, that's how I'm trying to get my life to go.
But I'm just saying. So, I mean, now it's different. I'm just
now it's different. I'm here, but
completely hypothetical. Yeah, right. So
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's like you're not going to be doing all that. So if to benefit the household, she needs to be punished in some type of format. Now, she don't got to get slapped across the face. Yeah, but there's different elements besides spanking.
Right.
Yeah, but if there's things going on that needs to be punished, there's something that has to happen.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
Yeah.
Nah, so I can understand.
Yeah, so I mean, if he's abusing her, if she's doing nothing wrong and he's putting her in the basement, throwing her down in the basement, that is out of control. We need to handle things. But if he's having a conversation and he's being absolutely reasonable.
Yeah, I never thought about like the conversation.
Yeah,
like, or actually like. Because I've never stepped into that realm.
Right.
So yeah, that makes sense. I just can't. I don't know if I can handle like my girl coming to me and saying he beats me.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, and it could be exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But she said it like this, so But that was just my initial reaction.
Yeah, and that's when the mother comes in and like, it's not all that. He slapped on the wrist. Yeah. But yeah. So you would, and you would kind of probably tell the difference between what's going on. If she's having like a swollen left side of her face, you're like, all right, bro.
A print of a hand.
yeah. Like, I don't care what you said, but this is happening. Daddy. That's very sad that we got dark humor, but yeah. No, so it's just. I've always said that that is like, hey, I'll take a mother that has a child of at most 2.
Oh, so
yeah. So I said that.
It's like a dog.
Well, you should, I don't even know how you got there with it.
Cause we had a lot of dogs growing up. My mama would like never want a dog that's too old because you can't like train it.
Okay.
Yeah, so respect and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not where I was going with it.
Where was you going with it?
No, I was just saying, like, I was saying before, when I was single, I was like, I'll take a mother of 2. And I was like, I think I can handle that. Now, when you're in it, it's a different challenge.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, okay, if I was to be single again, I'm not doing this again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd rather build a foundation and understand disciplinary principles with somebody without a child. Mm-hmm. But while I'm in it, it's like definitely a different challenge. And it at times, there's times where you watch things like, I was like,
you mean a mother of 2 children?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant at 2 years old.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Oh, that's why I was confused.
Oh, okay,
yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know how you got that. No, yeah. So for me, it's a challenge for sure. And in so many ways, in terms, but when you love somebody, it's somebody it's worth pursuing. Yeah, exactly. But there's conversations. I've never talked to his father. His father is very much in his life and does really well in a lot of that. So that is a conversation I'm sure I'm going to have eventually. Hopefully it gets to a place where it's resolved. But if it's not, then I've had conversations where I was like, I don't feel comfortable raising a child with behavioral issues. So I just gotta watch and see more and be patient. And so we've had conversations. They've been very difficult.
Right.
And some are easy and some are, and so we just gotta get a place of understanding. I gotta get a better place of how I would parent. Right. And just having the best of disciplining and have a warming heart and see what works better. Because I don't want to say I came from one way, but punishment was very swift. Yeah. So, and I got to have better ways of doing that as well. Even though I've never, laid hands on them, but nonetheless, it can possibly get to that point. And definitely when they're 16, you get testosterone, and you got to figure out all that too. Yeah. So even though that's far away, but nonetheless, I think futuristically all the time.
Right.
So I'm in my head hypothetical. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if he, decides to come in a gang and then that's a household, they shooting up the house. You know what I mean? So all that is a possibility because I came from that world.
Right.
To where kids would, do wild things and then their parents suffer the punishment from that. I remember even what was terrifying was I was listening somewhere about Honeycomb Brazy's story. I don't know if you heard of him or I can understand. He's not a huge, well-known name, but some people are familiar though. But nonetheless, he got wrapped up into a lot of bad things, and it was most likely ended up with his grandparents being killed because of his own actions.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and they were the staple of their family, the cornerstone. Where people came to them, relied on them. So that disrupted the whole family unit based off of his actions. And he knew that. He even made a point. He's like, "Sorry, grandma and granddad. I was the reason that I caused this." And so I think of things like that all the time. It's like, hey, you can never truly completely prevent that because they're their own person, but just making sure they came up with their own, like just proper structure and discipline is a part of that, and whatever that looks like.
No, right.
Yeah, so it's crazy how that Issa Rae moment got us here. Yeah, but it was something that I thought of. That I thought deeply on, and just having somebody with a child able to flesh that out. Was something that I was interested in. So
it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, so if you know anything on anything that hopefully we enjoy talking about relationships and. Different, whether that's friendly, your sexual, marriage, anything like that we want to. I think that's the basis of a lot of what we find entertaining, and hopefully we'll bring that on the podcast too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
it'll all come out.
Yeah. So if you want to transition to something a little bit more light, I guess Bruno Mars and Sexy Red collab.
Do it sexy, do it sexy, do it.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the song? Did you hear it?
I did like the song. I think. I don't even know if it's a hit because of what she's saying in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. WAP was a hit. Like that shit went number 1, didn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
They said a lot of shit, and she doubled it.
I was just
she tripled down.
I like. What can you bleep out? Her whole part is just
it's only Bruno.
Get sexy, get it. That's about it.
Yeah, sexy. That's the only thing she could say on there.
Yeah, like the alternate version. Because what's funny is even that song with the dream, Shawty, is it shit? Is it? Yeah. So. I grew up only knowing the radio version. Right. So I didn't know that he was saying shit. Yeah. I thought I always knew that Shawty is a 10. Yeah. And then when I heard the actual explicit version, I was like, the 10 sounds so much better.
Yeah, whack.
I thought 10 sounded much better than Shawty is a shit. I was like, he didn't even need to do that. Yeah. But so I don't know what alternate version they gonna put. That's they have to have a whole nother rapper step in for her.
I'm sure they have to have something because the beat was too mainstream.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's a plan there. Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, but I mean, and I can see it's just kind of a repeat of what he did with Cardi when they had those couple records together.
It wasn't like that.
No. I'm talking about in terms of what he's trying to do to get back, back and create music again. Oh. I mean, Bruno is Bruno. Yeah. So, but this is, but he was more rapping on this one than I knew him to be.
In a way.
And I'm not mad at it. So maybe that's the new era because he conquers different. I don't want to use conquer, but. He goes in on different genres of music.
It all sounds sort of the same.
You think Silk Sonic sound different from 24K Magic or Doo-Wops and Hooligans?
Excuse me. It to me it's in the same type of realm.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay. It sound like Bruno.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not too far up because he makes
the window.
That
sounds.
I mean,
sort of.
I mean. Yeah, hip hop and R&B complement each other heavily. So I can see what you mean, but at the same time, I think that the rapping, I think he's taking it somewhere else to just go around. I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what do I know? Yeah. I'm not in Bruno's camp at all.
It's definitely super explicit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was I don't even know why I was shocked, but she went crazy, 10 out of 10 in terms of explicitness.
Yeah, I was like, okay, she running out of shit to talk about or something?
I don't know how there's more.
Yeah.
I was like, she even went.
Yeah. Coochie smelling all in the carpet. I was like, coochie on his face, coochie lip. I was like, dang. I was like,
yeah. She said, what she said? She said, something water all on his lip or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It said sign Sexy Red.
I'm like,
damn. Clearly, this could go farther and farther and farther. I thought WAP was like the farthest it could go.
Oh, yeah, no.
Not only that shit could be a fucking Bruno bop.
Like, we're gonna see. I'm just interested in where they're gonna take it. Yeah, but obviously that's their single. Yeah, obviously, because that's the first song they put out, and they're pushing.
That's a cold. I don't know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, so but music has been kind of down this. But it's winter, right? So it typically turns up during in the spring. But Future is announcing his new project.
Oh, okay. Future. Anytime Future does something like by himself, I usually like it. Album wise. I really liked Kendrick's last album, like a lot of it.
I know, because you rap it all the time,
bro.
Yeah. You just randomly come out the corner, and he sound like Kendrick. Hey, now sit down. Like, why are you in my ear with that?
It's nice, man.
Yeah,
it's spooky.
Yeah. Oh man, October. I was like, bro, you said that 20 times in 2 minutes, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah, no, I do like the project. It's just that there's like the same 6 I rock with.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's a very nice album.
I like the project, but it's not. But some of the stuff I'm skipping every time. The Sexy Red collab, I'll see where it goes. I'm not in love with the song, but it seems like you thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, I did. I'm probably not going to listen to it that much, but the first listen was very shocking.
I totally agree. But I think that's about it. We just want to bring like a quick little hour to y'all. It's the first episode, so hopefully we'll have guests. Hopefully we'll make this more elaborate. But for the first episode, this feels good.
Yeah, it does. It feels good.
All right. Well, this is Justin Devontae.
This is Stephen Ray. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Stephen Ray. I go with Stephen Ray.
Yeah, Stephen Ray sounds good.
Yeah.
And this is Two for the Culture. We'll be back.
Peace.